Peace and love, everybody. I appreciate all of you guys for pulling up and coming to see what we're talking about today. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. Actually, I hope your day is going better than you even expected because, that's the type of time we're on, right? All right, let's see who's in the building. Let's do roll call. Taking attendance, taking attendance. My bull Betty is right here with me. What's up, Jay? Let's see. Big O, what's happening? Thanks for stopping by. I'm on one. Let's go. Third War, what's happening? There's a lot of tourists in this building. That's what I'm talking about. Don Play, what's good, sir? Let's see. Lady K, I appreciate you, sis. How you doing? All right. Let's see. I don't know, Jay, where you at? I see you, but I don't see you. So anyway, we are going to be what's up, Mind's Eye? Decided to turn this topic into a series where there's going to be a couple of episodes just because there's so many layers to narcissism and just the types of narcissism and what it all entails, whether you are the narcissist or you're being abused by one. So many layers. So wanted to break this down in a couple of episodes just to put y'all on. Today we are on episode 2, and we are still identifying the narcissist in general, but we are identifying like the trauma bonding of said disorder, personality disorder, by the way, and also the method to their madness. Like, what is it that they're trying to do, or why do they do what it is that they're trying to do? So we are going to dive into that. Just a second, guys. Okay. So with that being said, the intention and desire basically of a narcissist, male or female, is basically narcissistic supply, which comes in many forms, usually like with the grandiose, meaning the narcissist that's, not trying to hide that they're a narcissist. They're just all out there with it in your face. With the grandiose narcissists, they are loud. They're in your face with it, and they usually like to receive, compliments and attention and praise. They're really entitled to things that they don't deserve, definitely don't deserve, but they feel like they deserve it more than everyone else in the room, when that could be, furthest from the truth. Let's see. What's up, all doves? What's cracking? Juice, I see you. Salute everybody. Um, so with the narcissistic supply, not only do they, like I said, want the attention and praise, but they prefer negative supply. So like negative negative situations and degrading situations. So because of the aspect of like the toxicity level of a narcissism is so loud, they prefer negative. It's, it charges them up. It's like spinach to Popeye, like on God. So they want this from the victims. They enjoy making somebody miserable, depressed, crazy. They love to get you out your body, anger. So we see a lot of this in these streets. People, they're poking at you, And usually it's just for your reaction. So if they can get you out your skin, they can make you pop off, and usually you're calm. That's it. That's all they need in their life, and they win as far as they're concerned. So if it fuels them, like I said, it's like spinach to Popeye. They come alive. So some people say that they're like sadists just because they really enjoy your sadness and your demise. So if you're hurting or you're sad or you hate everything, especially due to their actions, they're loving life. They want you to suffer. They want you to be in pain. They just need, you know what I'm saying? They like to destroy. Um, they need people. They need a host. They can't survive. They can't move around. They can't do nothing unless they have someone around them. So they're gonna keep people around them, um, and put on the facade that they care about these people or that they're, a asset in their lives. And that's part of the manipulation. So what's up, Vibe? I see you. Brown, what's cracking? Appreciate y'all. Did I miss anybody? I can't see. Okay. Um, anyways, so yeah, they get a rush in knowing that they can push your buttons and control your emotions and reactions. Like I was saying, they will poke and poke and poke just so that they can get you out your body. That's the main goal. Some of these people, like in these streets, some of these people that, end up arguing or starting chaos, conflict, whatnot, and they may seem like they're heated or like they have a problem or an issue and they're yelling and cussing and screaming, they're not even mad. Like, as they see you respond to, what I'm saying, whatever it is that they've done, they sitting back, what I'm saying, doing a Dougie. They're living life, just knowing that, I, I made you come out your body. It's like a sense of power. So they get an ego stroke from that. It's crazy. Um, with these narcissists, they're always in survival mode, meaning that they will always be looking for the next best thing. Grass is always greener type of mentality. So they are in it with you. And that could be any relationship. It could be platonic, it could be romantic, it could be family, um, co-workers, whatever. So with that, it's like it is they're gonna keep somebody, you know what I'm saying, plan B. Let's put it like that. There's always gonna be a plan B. So eventually they will discard you once they've decided that they're done with you. Because they're using you for, you know what I'm saying, whatever that is, they're basically opportunists. Whatever it is that they want or need in their life, they're getting that from you. And once you're depleted of whatever that thing is, they out of there. Pure. They finna do it moving. Um, instead of basically confronting their demons and dealing with their own baggage, they rather, make you toxic along with them. So they will, basically they're like conditioning you. They're resentful and insecure to the point that they're dark and manipulative, and they just basically they want to end you. They want to see you crumble. Especially, so they'll go for people that are successful or that are attractive. Anybody that's a threat to their security, or if they feel like you're taking their shine or that you're better than them. That's not a thing. Like they're better than everybody in every room at every given moment. So if they see you, like, what I'm saying, if you're a popular person or you just have a bubbly attitude and you get a lot of attention and people, really actually want you around and they just are happy with you and whatnot, that's a threat to them because they decide that that attention is theirs. So you're not supposed to have it. So they will plot on you and lose sleep at night just to bring you down or just to, you know what I'm saying, again, end you. Let me see, just a second. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay. So yeah, they're trying to, take you down, basically. They'll project their energy and the way they feel about themselves, they'll project that onto you. So you'll get a lot of um like they may call you names. It's a lot of verbal abuse with them for sure. But they're insecure, they're empty, they're trying to fill a void that is just a empty bottomless pit. Like how most people they can wake up, you know what I'm saying, and be like, okay, I'm fresh to death and I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, take this day over and just, you have a high vibration. They can't produce that vibration. It's always on empty. So they're like I was saying in the last episode, they're energy vampires. So they will extract your energy so that they can then, you know what I'm saying, put it on as their own, and then they're able to move out here. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's at the door. Let me look through this peephole right quick. Wow. Oh, maybe it isn't. Hold on.
Ay, ay, ay. Can y'all hear me?
Hi.
I had to go all the way back to Facebook, all the way scroll up because you didn't want to give me the link. You're being stingy.
Oh, sorry. I thought I gave
Yeah,
you the link,
no,
dude.
you didn't.
Okay.
Mm-mm,
Oh,
mm-mm. I had to use the
no.
last link. But I'm
Don't
here.
believe, don't believe her, y'all. Hi. Okay. My
Yes.
fault. I thought we was on, like I thought we was in there like somewhere. Okay. How you doing today, sis?
I'm good. I'm good. No
Let's
complaints here.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
Salute everyone. I was trying to say hi and get in and get the link dropped at the same time. So
Yeah. But we here. Um, I am going to, what I'm saying, I'm going to pause for a second and let you get her done for a minute. I was just telling everybody about the method to their madness or why they do what they do. Um, but you go ahead and sprinkle some of that sprinkle some of that information on them.
well, I want to touch on trauma bonding, which is a physical response to abuse. It occurs when the abused person forms a connection or relationship with the person who abuses them. The person experiencing abuse may develop sympathy for the abusive person, which becomes reinforced by cycles of abuse, followed by remorse. Um, a trauma bonding relationship is what is and what do wait a minute, hold on. A trauma bonding relationship occurs when the narcissist repeats the cycle of abuse with another person, which fuels a need for validation and love from the person being abused. Trauma bonding is often happens in a relation in romantic relationships. However, it can occur during between colleagues, non-romantic family members, and friends. Um, there are like 7 stages of trauma bonding. One is love bombing, which involves the sudden, intense attempt to create a we in a relationship through high praise and excessive flattery. While this dynamic is typical, while this dynamic typically occurs between a perpetrator and and a victim of abuse, it can also sometimes involve other people surrounding the couple. Sometimes, in some abusive circumstances, the abuser may seem oblivious to their manipulation. However, it is typically not the case in trauma bond. In a trauma bond, love bombing can subtly set the stage for an abusive dynamic by allowing the abuser to prey on the victim's emotions, deep hopes, desires, and dreams. It's similar to someone saying, "Look what I can offer you, and no one else has," or "I'll love you," or "No one will love you like this," causing the victim to let down their guard and trust the abuser's intentions. I'm just all over the place. Fostering positive feelings and validation between the possible perpetrator and victim, proving that an abuser has good intentions, providing a sense of stability and security. The second stage is trust and dependency. In this stage, an abuser may purposely test the victim's trust and dependency on them, usually leading to the target feeling guilty for questioning their partner. Doubts are expected in healthy relationships, and it takes time to get to know someone, not only for what they say, but also for what they do. Can I get an amen?
Yes.
Um, when confronting the abuser at this stage, you may get a lack of discounting all they have done for you. I guess like a guilt trip. Which is why the love bombing stage provides a vital setup for dependency in trauma bonds. The idea that you can trust an abuser in a relationship is an illusion. The third is criticism. Once they've got your trust, emotional abusers may start to pick apart some of your qualities, identifying them as significant or problematic. The criticism can be sudden, especially after experiencing the love bombing stage, but it's common for abusers to wait until a victim's trust has been tested before they begin criticizing them. The criticism stage is more noticeable during intense arguments or disagreements, where the abuser will likely blame their partner, and the target may end up over apologizing for things that isn't even their fault. They may say things like, "Wow, he still loves me and forgives me even when I mess up." Well, I'm sorry. They may start to think these things. "You're right. I'm so sorry for questioning you. You want what's best for me, so you're right." This back and forth of harsh criticism and over apologizing is the glue forming a trauma bond. Then you have, just about. Then you have manipulation and gaslighting. Gaslighting and manipulation are two forms of psychological abuse, often seen in trauma bonds that ultimately make victims question their reality and perception. Gaslighters will never fully or honestly take responsibility for their behaviors and tend to shift blame onto the other person. It's very common for gaslighters to suddenly seem calm, cool, and collected once they have pushed their target to their breaking point. Gaslighting is textbook behavior among common types of abusers like narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. Um, Fighting back or challenging the abuser can often feel like it will never result in anything good, which sometimes leads to reactive abuse by the target. The term refers to seemingly abusive behavior committed by the target towards the oppressor out of blinding rage, survival, or psychological preservation. It is normal for victims who engage in reactive abuse to feel extremely guilty and concerned when their behavior turns physical, leading the target to abuse or to further question their identity, primarily because the gaslighting type of abuser seeks to isolate the target from anything and anyone that gives them a sense of reassurance, normalcy, and independence. The fifth stage, let me see if y'all be quiet. He's some of them words being whatever. The fifth it's the
Wait,
throat
finish.
chakra. It's the throat chakra. The fifth stage is resignation and giving up. When dealing with the trauma bond, it is very common for targets to abuse to start giving in at some point to avoid conflict. The fawn, trauma response or bargaining, and people pleasing behaviors may ensure the relationship can remain somewhat stable. Targets may have awareness that they are being manipulated, but but that small awareness may not be enough to exit the relationship yet, because the target may be questioning whether or not they are to blame for the abuser's behavior. And I have been in a relationship with a narcissist. Let me just put that out there.
Sheesh.
Um, depending on the length of the relationship and the nature of the psychological abuse, a target often becomes more dependent on the abuser to avoid further conflict by getting married, having children, or becoming more emotionally and financially reliant on their partner. There are many reasons why an abused person cannot easily leave, including safety concerns. It is natural to fear an abuser's behavior may escalate when they sense they are losing control, when a target is threatening to leave or actually walking out the door. Things can escalate and become physical or deadly for many domestic disputes. The Dubs, leave me alone.
Uh-uh.
The sixth stage is loss of self. Throughout the stages of trauma bond, there's a progressive loss of self. I guess you want me to say it in layman's terms. You lose yourself. You're not acting like you used to. Okay, I'm breaking down from Dubs. You start acting like you used to. You don't know where it's coming from. You um you feel shame, insecure. You just don't feel like yourself. Then we have seven, which is the addiction to the cycle. Often in trauma bonds, the stages can be cynical. After significant conflict, there may be a cool down or a honeymoon period. At this moment of peace, the abuser might apologize and start the love bombing process all over again, which makes the target feel relieved and desired, thus positively reinforcing a dependency to this abusive cycle. And I know some of y'all, Dubs, yeah, hooked, hooked on chronic works for you. So silly.
Yikes.
There's some more steps like frequent mood swings and trust and dependency. Because your partner is so unpredictable, you may start to depend on them for emotional needs, and this can make it very hard to leave the relationship. And of course, you know what a frequent mood swing is, right? Yeah, I don't have to break that down. Okay, you can go.
Hi. Okay. Let's go. So, oh wait. First of all, let me say what's up to who is in the building right now. I see Victoria. What's up, sis? Um, who else came up in here? Shoo.
Hey, everyone's.
Hello, puppets. I could have sworn. Oh, AZ King. Appreciate you, sir. Been by. Who didn't I say what's up to? Everybody, raise your hand if I didn't say what's up. Um. Okay. So, if I missed you, my fault. I love you too.
It's not
Okay,
that I'm reading from a distance, Juice. I get it though.
dude. With between Juice and all Dubs,
Yeah.
you're gonna be critiqued
Well,
like
well, that was
this.
Dubs that said that. My see, look, I'm reading the name wrong.
Oh hell no. Okay. All right. So to pick up from what I was saying prior, they re- basically they require your undying loyalty, like regardless of how they're treating you. And trust me, they finna do you dirty. Like
Mhm.
that's this is all they know. They will mask it, you know what I mean, in the beginning, kind of like every so in terms of relationships,
Hey,
romantic.
Gabe.
Um, what's up, G? In terms of romantic relationships, the honeymoon phase where they're doing everything right and they doing it, you know what I'm saying, and making sure that they're crossing T's and dotting I's and everything like that. They will do that in the beginning to reel you in, but eventually it's gonna, saying they're gonna flip it and start doing little dirty things that if you don't have strong boundaries, you'll end up making excuses for.
Hey,
So,
AZ.
um, like I was saying, regardless of how they treat you, they still expect you to be loyal, be faithful, um, and love them. And, just do whatever it is that they expect you to do. Especially, not only that, they expect you to do it the way they want you to do it. Um, so they're going to end up treating you poorly simply because they can, like, and because they want to, not because you deserve it, but because they want to. And that's it. Simple as that. Um, they're not oblivious to how they treat you. They're well aware of what they're doing, and they're gonna do it anyway. Like I said, because they can, or they feel like they can, and because they want to. Um, so like it's safe to say not all cheaters are narcissists, but
That's
all
what
narcissists
you
are
said last
cheaters.
time.
Yeah, they gonna get it in just because,
Thank you for
again,
recapping.
like we said last time, it's an ego stroke for them. So to have multiple partners means they're the man or they're that bitch. You know what I mean? Like they seek validation through having partners. So that's the reason why they have so many, because if they can doink on everything, that means, they feeling good about themselves. They popping collars and everything.
Right.
If they don't have that, then they are going to have they think they get insecure, and they are just sure that they suck, and really they do. But I don't know why bumping uglies is a thing. You know what I mean? Like bumping uglies makes you feel like, okay, whatever. Um, so um, if y'all say so, but you are basically, as the abused person, or what I'm saying, being in a relationship or a connection with a narcissist, you're their source of entertainment. So it's like Stromboli to Pinocchio. Like they're a
I'm
puppeteer.
being bullied now. I'm being bullied now in the
Oh,
chat.
wait a minute. Let me check this out.
Being bullied right
Oh,
now as we speak.
security. We need security on deck. Um, Lotus Flower, thanks for stopping by, sis. Um, let's see, who can we recruit as as security right quick. Um, all right, so
I can't
um,
stand. This is serious.
ah man, you're being bullied right now. Are you being?
Yeah, that all dubs. You don't see it?
No,
Yes, he is bullying me.
dude.
They do
All
King of
dubs.
Self, Higher Self, Aladdin. That is true. And that's you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So a good question is hold on. Dubs made me lose my doggone spot.
I believe it.
Can two people be can two people be trauma bonded to each can two people be trauma bonded to each other?
Absolutely.
No, I meant okay. A trauma bond is an attachment formed between two people who unconsciously bond to each other based on shared trauma. Traumatic bonds are typically established through abusive childhoods and are learned as a product of internment, positive and negative reinforcement. But I was trying to, okay, this is what I was trying to get to. How do you know if it's a trauma bond or love or real love? While every relationship is different and can be fought with various patterns of behavior and emotional exchange at different stages, there are some clues that can help you discern between healthy love and a trauma bond. One is love is built on trust, respect, and equality, while trauma bond is more likely based on power imbalance, control, and fear. Love is voluntary and empowering, while trauma bond is often coerced or forced, and you may feel trapped or stuck or powerless to leave. Love is selfless and supportive. Trauma bond is often selfish, destructive, and disruptive. Love is positive and stable. Trauma bond dwells on negativity and thrives on instability. Okay, you take over. I just want to throw that in there.
For the one time. Um, yeah, so
I can't
trauma
stand
bond,
him.
a trauma bond could be, for example, say you and the person you're in a connection with, whatever stage that is, platonic, romantic, whatever. Both of you guys experience, somebody transitioning in your life, somebody passes over, either whether it's around the same time or just you guys have that in common. If you're in a state or if you're in a place where you're like severely grieving, and this is just an example, you might link up with somebody that is also grieving heavily. And that trauma that you both experienced in your individual lives
Somebody put
bonds you
Dubs in
together.
timeout.
Somebody timed you now?
No, I'm telling
Somebody,
somebody to.
oh, all right, Dubs, you about to get that time out. They about to give you 300, sir.
Versus character
um,
or ways. So I most definitely were trying. Yeah. Yep.
um,
Lady K, I agree.
yeah, I know. I trauma bonded to an extent with my ex. So in that moment, at that time, it seemed a thing, like
Wait a
something that
minute,
we
Lady
could
K did it too. Thank you,
share.
Lady K.
Damn. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sick
Hey,
of it.
hey, I got hitters in the chat, y'all. So y'all better be cool.
Sniper.
Pew, 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 pew. Um, so yeah. What's up, Dark Chameleon? Appreciate you stopping by, sir. Um, so yeah, so that bond that we both experienced, that loss, was kind of what brought us closer because we were able to share that. So that's kind of like an example of a trauma bond. Um, and I'm not sure. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know if trauma bonds are always successful. They might be, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that. Um, but so brokenness, these people are broken inside. Like they will appear to be confident. So they're gonna
What's up,
look,
Red?
what's up, Red Bear? They're gonna appear to be confident and all of the things that are attractive. So they'll have, like I said, they'll have confidence. They'll probably be really articulate. They will just seem like all around good person, but that's the persona. So
Let's go, Lady K. For real.
they will they'll probably, well, I know with covert narcissists, they will, covert meaning hidden, they will surround themselves with people that they want to be associated with. So people of power, people that are attractive, people that are successful, they will, they'll try to get with these types of people so that they look better. So to a narcissist, you're basically an accessory. You're a watch, you're a purse, you're a pair of shoes. You're not the loving, kind person. And although that's what you're gonna think, you're an accessory. So that whole like trophy wife type of idea, that's what it is. You look good on my arm, and if I'm with you and you're attractive or you're high vibrational, or if I'm around you,
True
then
Aladdin.
they're gonna automatically think I am too. So what he say?
Trauma bond basically can be an illusion of true love. That's true.
Oh, absolutely. Um, like I was saying before, they have a deep void of emptiness, and they're insecure, and their self worth is non-existent. So this is the reason why they go for people that actually possess these things, because they're trying to siphon yours. They can't come out of this place of, you know, this dark place that they're in when it comes to self worth. They have none. So if you have some, they're trying to come over and, you know what I'm saying? Can I get a cup of sugar? Type, can I get a cup of your self worth?
Yep,
So they will
bingo.
yeah, they'll siphon yours so that they can go out here, move, and look like they got it.
Right.
Um, they want to be feared and idolized. They want unlimited control of you and what you got going. Um, they are trying to steal your success and your just everything about you, your confidence, all the, attractive aspects of a person. They're trying to snatch that from you. They want like servitude and submission. So they want you to do things the way they want you to do them, and they want you to just submit to their will. Um, they want you to back burner everything that's you. So if you have dreams, aspirations, goals, no, uh, stick a, you know what I'm saying, stick a fork in those, like bookmark that, because it's
That's
all
what
about them.
Lady Kate, most of these mental health topics, just a lot of people around here display them. I agree.
Man, this is like the perfect place. These this whole neighborhood, we're gonna call it a neighborhood. Um, this entire neighborhood of different content creators, we probably, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure a lot of people are recognizing what we're talking about in a lot of these different people out here, just because that's how a lot of people are getting down. And either they know they're narcissists, some narcissists know that they are, and some don't realize that they are. Keep in mind, we all have narcissistic traits, every single one of us. So
Right.
if you are noticing that some of the stuff that we're talking about is things that you actually do, it's because we all, possess these traits. However, some people move like they breathe this. Um, so, I mean, having being narcissistic to an extent is necessary to move around here in this world or in this lifetime, but the way they do it is scandalous. So, um, let's see, where are we at? Um, let's see. So, they try to condition you basically so that you will
Let's go, big O.
you will tolerate their behavior. So if they do, so they'll do everything. Repetition. How about this? So repetition is a big thing with narcissists. So they will tell you they care for you, they love you, they need you, how important you are repeatedly. Because usually when you hear something 100 times, you start, you know what I'm saying, it locks in. I mean, that's good and bad, right? So if you wake up every day and say, I'm gonna have an amazing day, you're gonna lock that in, and it's gonna be like, I'm gonna have an amazing day. And guess what? The
Which
day,
is a good affirmation.
right. And that's a good thing. So, but they'll do it with telling you that, oh, I can't live without
Intentions.
you. You're the best thing that's happened to me. I couldn't live this life without you. And they'll keep pushing it so that you be like, word? Shit, okay, let's go. And then they will also show you in various ways that they mean exactly what they're saying. But that
I'm gonna get to
repetition,
that. I'm gonna get to that, Lady K. Yep.
it's in order to lock you in. It's like a way for them to tie in, you know, the mental abuse, or just to have you thinking one thing, so that when they end up showing you their true colors, you be like giving them, you'll make excuses for them, like, oh, they're just having a bad day, or he didn't mean it, because you know what I'm saying, he or she is usually, you know
Guilty.
a great person. But when they start acting shady, you'll excuse it instead of looking at it as a red flag. Um,
No, that's right, Marco Power.
what's up, Marco? Let's go. Big O, did I say what's up to you? I don't know. I don't feel like I did. Um, hi. Okay. So, did you want to add something?
Yeah, don't be fooled by chemistry. Sorry to break the news, but chemistry isn't always a good thing. When we are attracted to someone who likes our wounds, we are pulled into a dance with them. The draw tends to be that the relationship never feels boring. In fact, it can feel like an exciting roller coaster. For example, picture a woman who struggles with trauma, with childhood trauma around neglect and abandonment. One day she walks into a coffee shop on the corner and is drawn to a man she sees. He seems to meet all her dreams and requirements, of course. They hit it off, but when things start to move forward, he panics and pulls away. He later breaks up with her. This this rapid shift from intense desire to breakup triggers are all neglect from her neglect and back. Look, I can't get it together. All neglect and abandonment issues. Like it's like I don't know if you guys know about shadow work, but it's very important. Um, because it's things that you deal with in your past that molded you to be, say, to yourself. Like if you were bullied or no one wanted to hang with you, it would lead you to always, want to be by yourself. But anyway, but when things start to move forward, he panics and pulls away. He later breaks up with her. This rapid shift from intense desire to break up triggers all of her negative abandonment issues that she suffered when she was a child. All of the pain surrounding this trauma that she has stored is released, and she feels completely and utterly destroyed. Then, sometime later, he comes back in her life because he misses her. Don't fall for it, girl.
Don't do it.
Um, there's a rush with her, and her inner abandonment feels healed, but only for the moment. That's the love bombing stage. So, in love bombing, of course, they shower you with gifts or make you feel like you everything to them, and then as soon as they get comfortable, the mask comes off. So, where was I at? Chemistry can be deceptive because two people can light up each other's wounds and reenact all of their childhood traumas. That's why we call it trauma bonding. And the worst part is these enactments can feel exciting. The whirlwind of landing the unbelievable guy or wild girl becomes a way to keep a vicious cycle. So you think it's chemistry, but you both are bonding from similar things that you experienced when you were younger that you so anyway. um you have to stand up for yourself. Trauma bonding is so much more common than we think. It's like genuine chemistry and creates unhealthy it feels like it feels like genuine chemistry and creates unhealthy patterns. The solution is noticing where your own personal healing is needed. If someone is abusive towards you, the work might not be to move on to the next person, but to stand up for yourself in the relationship. This is a chance to do what you didn't have the chance to do when your mother or father, with your mother or father when you were a child. It's a beautiful opportunity to heal, transform, and grow by responding differently. So, in short, um,
Run. No.
uh, can you love someone you are trauma bonded to? You can't love someone that you are trauma bonded to because they have used mirroring to build a falsified identity that is designed to fill a void in your life. The closeness, the passion, the commitment that you feel for this person is actually towards an imposter and not an authentic lover. Come on, somebody, come on. I
Hold
know
on.
y'all. I know y'all done lived it.
Sheesh. Yeah, whether you knew it or not, that's what's crazy about it.
He come back talking crazy.
He came back in. He started.
A good question is, can you break trauma bond and still be together? While it may seem impossible to exit a situation where trauma bond is present, there is hope. But with proper support, healthy boundaries, individuals who find themselves in toxic relationships can break a toxic bond, a trauma bond, and lead healthy lives with healthy relationships. So basically, you have to know, or you have to admit to yourself that this is going on, and you have to do the work. If you don't do the work, works without faith is dead.
Let's go.
Signs of trauma bonding. An abuse victim covers up or makes excuses to others for the abuser's behavior. An abuse victim lies to friends or family about the abuse. A victim doesn't feel comfortable with or able to leave the abusive situation. An abuse victim thinks the abuse is their fault. The abuse follows a cycle. The abuser promises they'll change, but they never do.
Liar.
The right. The abuser controls the victim with manipulation and gaslighting. The abuser isolates the victim from friends and family. The abuser gets, did I say victim? I meant abuser if I said it. But anyway, the abuser gets friends and family on their side. The victim continues to trust the abuser. So basically, the victim he's silly. So basically, the victim gains your trust, gains your family trust, and then tries to isolate you from everybody so they can manipulate you and gaslight you for their ego.
Hmm.
You can go ahead.
Okay. Um. So, I see. Hold on. Q's in the building. What's happening, Killer? Thank you for stopping by, sir. Um. Goddess. Also, I seen her earlier. Salute, sis. Um. So, these people are crazy. So kind of like what Jay was talking about, keep your vibration high. I mean, we hear it a lot. I'm gonna actually slap y'all
I can't
with a
stand
video.
juice.
Don't do it. Don't look at them. Oh shit. I'm gonna slap you guys with a video on how to gauge your, everybody says high vibration and be, positive, and okay, high vibration, it sounds great, but if you don't know what it means, or you don't know how to gauge whether or not you're in a high vibration, how you going to do it, right? So I'll be dropping a video about how to gauge your vibration and how it directly links into your manifestation. um but yeah, it's a good thing to heal whatever heartbreak, abuse, whether it be in your adult years or childhood trauma. It's good to heal these things and face the things that you kind of mask or put away in the storage cabinet, because if you're walking around with these, with all this baggage, it's like a pheromone. They'll what I'm saying, or any kind of abuser will smell it on you, and they'll weaponize you for it, or they'll exploit it, and they get the best of the best. So we probably all encountered one to some extent and didn't know it, or we probably was like, that fool was crazy, like I'll never deal with that person again because of ABC. But
Right.
you know
You end up
that
meeting
that
somebody
same
just like
person,
it.
What were you saying?
You end up meeting somebody just like them because
Bruh.
because you're used to that behavior.
Oh, jeez. Right. So if you don't heal, it's
Juice is
not
an
that.
example. He's a narcissist. Listen, look what
Oh,
he said. Look what he said.
let's see. Damn. Let's bring Juice hit the link now. Let's talk to a narcissist. Let's interview a narcissist full on. I'm just playing.
Right.
I'm just playing. But yeah, the your vibration, you have to
I know
keep it
that's right,
high
man.
because if you have boundaries, or I should say, if you don't have boundaries, or you do, but you kind of they're flexible, you're going to be susceptible to this abuse because they seek out people that are insecure
Yeah.
or that are in a low vibration, or
He's,
that's hard for, if it's hard for them to say no, that type of thing. They're coming for you because they'll be able to, I'm saying, remix the whole programming of how you move, or your values.
I got a
And
question for Dubs.
uh-oh,
He said, at least
go
I
ahead.
tell people I'm toxic. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So you
You
think that's
didn't.
cute? You think that's
That,
cute because you being honest? I met somebody that told me they wasn't sugar honey iced tea, and they wasn't lying either. That wasn't cute.
yeah.
I
Who
just
want? I don't want it.
I'm
Why don't you
like, why
bring
would
that
you
up?
say that? Why would you say that about yourself? Oh, because they was telling the truth, telling you in the
Right.
beginning.
Oh, hi, hi. And like, okay, so that's a great example. Why is it that we laugh off stuff like that? I mean, I don't know. Our loves might be one of them ones, and you run, y'all. I don't know. But if somebody's like, I'm toxic as hell, and you'd be like, let's go to the movies.
Right.
Wait a minute. Wait
Oh,
a
that's fine.
minute.
You play too much. Hey, Helms.
What's up, PYT? Um, yeah, what's up, Zero? Yes, don't believe them. You know what I'm saying? If they say
Right.
that they right, go ahead and be like K. And then when they come for you and say, "Why ain't you answering my calls?" Be like, "Cause you told me you ain't right." Um, believe that.
Right.
They, like I said before, they try to condition their behavior. Or they try to condition. You know what I'm saying? They try to condition you into accepting their behavior. So basically, like Jay was saying, don't date
Kind of
a
toxic.
person's potential. Never date a person's potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Yeah,
they if you
I was
feel
just
like
thinking. Go ahead.
they're gonna be a better person, they just need time. Let me give them time to, show me. Hell nah. If they Who you see right here today in real time, that's who you're dealing with. Don't, fantasize and, put yourself in an illusion of as soon as they get right, they ain't gonna get right because they ain't right, bruh. So don't do that. But you was gonna say before you so you don't forget.
Because you know me. I was answering Lady K. She said toxic people can be very controlling, which I kind of like toxicity to a certain degree. I get it, but I don't think it's toxic that you like. I think you like challenging. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing's never gonna be perfect. You're gonna have a art. You're not gonna agree on everything. If you do agree on everything, question
Hi.
it. So, an impact on trauma bonding, um, is it can lead to depression, anxiety. Experiencing trauma bond can also increase the likelihood of intergenerational cycle of abuse. I don't think a lot of y'all know you can give birth to a child in trauma. That child will that child will inherit your trauma because
Fact.
while you were pregnant and you were going through all of this, your child y'all were one.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of kids out here that is this way because their parent was this way when they were pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna disagree just because. I
Damn.
can't stand him.
Let's
I
let's
can't
hi-
stand him.
let's highlight this.
Um, It's different types of trauma bonding too. Abandonment, feeling unsafe due to threatening situations such as abuse can cause trauma. They may be some level or degree of abandonment fear, which is normal. A child may also experience what's known as abandonment or neglect trauma, which certain needs from a caregiver aren't met early on, for instance. Fawning, look, I'm looking for Dubs to say something correct. Fawning, another type of trauma bond is fawning. In this case, the fawn response it involves immediately moving to try to please a person to avoid any conflict. You may know that the person is hurting you and will do anything to appease them to lessen the chances of escalating the situation. It is sometimes often associated with codependency. Oh, that's another one. Definitely
Damn.
have to talk about codependency.
Absolutely.
A later date. Emotional neglect. Emotional neglect brings about many confusing and uneasy feelings. There may be a problem figuring out how you feel or who you are because you have no sense of belonging or lacking someone else's modeling appropriate behavior. Again, like we were saying, they don't have their own personality. They're who they need to be for you, but they can be somebody totally different for somebody else.
Hmm.
Um, yep, it may occur in a relationship where the person feels that their needs are continuously ignored, disregarded, invalidated by their partner. Another type of trauma bond is control. There might be a power imbalance in a relationship that causes a trauma bond, such as control. The other person might begin to control you so much that you have no idea how to break free. um the abusive cycle becomes familiar to you, and even if you do leave, you might come back because it's familiar to you and it feels comfortable. That's crazy, ain't it?
Hmm. Yeah,
I
that's the idea.
guilty. Stockholm syndrome. I think Lady K said something about this earlier. Stockholm syndrome is another type of trauma bonding you should know about. The dynamic can occur when someone is held captive against their will or simply within a relationship. In a relationship, the person experiencing the trauma may start to rationalize the behavior of the abuser and even develop positive feelings towards the person. And I got a good example.
Let's go.
Um, y'all remember when R. Kelly went on Gail King?
Uh-uh.
Well, yeah. And his girlfriends they Stockholm syndrome. They had nothing negative to say about the man because they started to get used to the abuse and feel like it was normal, and had to do whatever they had to do so they can keep this man happy. Stockholm syndrome, a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's
Okay, here we go.
crazy. Yeah, to develop feelings for your abuser when you're supposed to actually run. It's
Right. Hmm.
it's
Or
crazy.
can't, but sometimes they can't run.
Right. Or at least, well, yeah, some people can't run. I
Yeah.
mean, with all of this, any kind of
Sorry, Lady
abuse,
K.
it doesn't matter. Oh, Shawanda, salute, sis. I saw you slide in here. Um, everything it starts with the mind. I mean, with any kind of manipulation or control tactic, it all starts with your mind. So they're gonna go ahead and try to remix that first. Because usually in any kind of abusive situation, you feel like you can't leave, or you feel like, or you make excuses for why you should stay, or you hold on and hang on to like those 3 days that you had a great time, and the rest of the month sucked. You know what I mean? So that's like a great example of conditioning you to accept their behavior when you're in a relationship romantically, and it sucks. Like there's more bad days than good, but you're hanging on to those good times. And you're like, but you know what I mean? When we are on the same page, it's all love. Like it's all good. We really go in. that is basically done on purpose. So they'll give you some good days, some good sex, some compliments, some gifts, some whatever it is. And really, it could last for a week, it could last for a day, it could last for a month. But then they ghost you, or they do all this other malicious, undermining stuff that really ain't cool and are reasons for you to stay. But you remember that last month when y'all went all the way in, so you stick around. Like, all right, we're gonna have another time like that.
Or you think
Um,
like, oh, go ahead.
no, go.
That just bring me back to love bombing. You think that okay, we just having a little tiff right now. We just having a little spat or whatever because of the fact that the love bombing made you feel like you were really loved by this person. So you feel like you eventually going to get back to that place, and you will as soon as you try to leave.
Right,
I have some
absolutely.
signs. I have some signs of trauma bonding. It's understandable to say nice things to people that you care about. You may miss them when they're not around and advocate for them when they need support. But trauma bonding is different. The kindness and commitment you offer come with the expense of your well being. In a trauma bond, you might justify abusive behavior. For example, they're only yelling at me because they are tired. Tuh.
Hmm. You
Cover
better
for
wake
your
up. Oh,
abuser.
sorry.
Cover for your abuser. Tolerate abuse to please them. Feel like you owe your abuser. Hide your true feelings around them. Be unable to leave the relationship even if you want to or should or know you should. Offer your trust and goodwill even when the other person betrays you. Blame yourself for unwanted behaviors. Change your thinking to match your opinions and distance yourself from people who question the health of your relationship. Let's talk about it.
Let's
Okay, Lady
talk
K
about
said, I was in a relationship with this guy when I was 20. He was cheating and physically abusing the side chick. I was attracted to him more because he would hit her, never hit me, even though they were cheating. You were in your 20s. I can't even, I get it, but you was young then. I bet you wouldn't do that now.
it. Let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? I bet you wouldn't do that now.
Yeah,
But let me see. What else do I have?
yeah, that's definitely one of the things that I mean. I've even done that, in a past relationship. I considered, like, there was a lot of red flags that I just turned purple,
I get it, Lady
because
K.
you know what I mean. So it was like, yeah, you ain't cool, but let's go out to eat. You ain't
Right.
not kind of shit. Like, you did that person dirty. Let's go again to the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you're the exception. Like, damn, he did or she did that person dirty. They are not doing me dirty. So, you know what I'm saying? And that could be a tactic. Like, they're gonna tell you
Good
all
fact,
the things
Dubs.
that went wrong, or all the things that the other person did or didn't do, so that you can feel like, all right, yeah, yep, I'm gonna stick around and I'm gonna show you and prove to you that I'm not that other one and that I'm better than the last one. Never prove your worth to anybody.
Let's go, Lady K. What happens when you are a natural sweet person and get treated like you don't see them? Um, you gotta love yourself first. I'd say that with any mental illness, you have to love yourself first. I can't diagnose nobody because I'm not a doctor, but if you don't love that, people with like narcissists, they sense that. They feel that energy. You know what I'm saying? They feel like you may be a people pleaser, and then they'll make you think that, yeah, I'll stay with you if you do this and you do that. And
Hmm.
then, you know what I'm saying, you getting treated like crap just because you thought this man loved you, or woman, or it don't even have to be in a relationship, but you thought this person cared. They don't care.
They don't give
It's
a boo.
love bombing has three phase. It tends to have three phases. The idolization phase. During this phase, your partner bombards you with excessive love and affection to draw you in and convince you to let your guard down. At first, it may seem too good to be true or easy to be swept off your feet. The de-evaluation phase.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've let your guard down and get comfortable in this relationship, red flags start to appear. Ooh, this sounds familiar. Your partner may
Uh-oh.
try to exert control over you in a variety of ways. They may become more demanding of your time and get upset when you make plans without them. They may also try to limit access to your friends and family and gaslighting you into thinking nothing is wrong with their behavior. In most cases, they may use fear and intimidation to get you to behave differently than you normally would and even resort to physical violence. He said, Victoria, you black. No, she probably on Sunkist page. The
Oh,
um
we're streaming at the same time, so some might be on Jay's chat, some might be in mine.
right. And the discard phase, when you confront them about their harmful behavior and try to reset healthy boundaries, your partner may avoid accountability by refusing to cooperate or and compromise by abandoning the relationship. This can leave you feeling confused, disoriented, or like you have somewhat failed to fix things. Um, oh, that sounds so familiar. You can go.
Damn. Okay, hi. Um,
No, but no, Dove, no, but you keeping it real though. You keeping it real though. You joking, but you keeping it real though. I love it.
um, no, Dubs, you're not cool. No, I'm just playing. um, what was I say? Oh, I was saying, don't date a person's potential. Never
Right.
wait for a person to change, and don't think that you can change that person.
Hmm.
There's, if anybody believes in free will, you'll understand that you are unable to change a person. Like, how you figure you're gonna do that anyway? The only way like you can honestly change a person, and that's either good or bad, is by living by example. So whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that you do or don't do, somebody can see that and want to change themselves. But don't go in saying, all right, you're a bum. Let's get you this and that and this and this. And we gonna, you know what I'm saying, get you some clothes and we gonna get you a job. And
Right.
that fool is still gonna be a bum that brushed their teeth. Shut up, Dubs.
Yes.
Be
This is
like, they're still gonna be a bum at the end of the day. They just, you know what I'm saying, they shining. So don't wait for somebody to change if they're not actively trying to change
right.
themselves, in the sense of, you know, just doing better, trying to be better than you used to be, learning from, you know, the
That
past,
part.
and being, you know, in a higher, you know, a higher self, or a higher state of self. That kind of change, if they're not doing that on their own, they ain't finna do it. Let's talk about it.
That's true, Dubs. I believe that. If you try to change a person, they'll resent you. They'll wonder why you trying to change me.
Right.
But, here goes some love bombing signs. They give you needless gifts. A love bomber may shower you with an unexpected. What he say? Smart. He's still
I'm being
talking.
attacked. I'm being attacked from your chat.
Damn. A love bomber might shower you with unexpected gifts as tokens of their affection. Thought giving gift. A thought giving gift is a love language for some people. This becomes a problem when the gifts are unnecessary, unwanted, extravagant, or over the top. It make it If you make it known that you don't want these gifts and they keep giving them to you anyway, this is a red flag. They are trying to love bomb you. Um,
Mhm.
they are in a rush to lock things down. They want to jump the gun, hurry up and claim you, move in, uh, create a fantasy, and yeah, we ain't got
Right.
to know each other. How we together? Then you have then you have they're always available and demanding your attention. So a person who love bombs appears to depend on you more than other people for comfort, time, energy, and dedication. Over time, as your relationship builds, they may become more demanding by getting angry with you or jealous of others or friends and of like friends and family.
Okay.
Um, then you have they can't take no for an answer. No means no in every circumstance. Period. I'm just gonna leave that one at that. And and they like you better when you're alone. So they try to get you isolated, keep you in the house and don't want you around anything because your friends and family gonna tell you the real. So they try to
Hmm.
isolate you from those people. Um they over communicate their love for you. Love bombing doesn't always involve obvious displays of gift giving, grand gestures and face to face manipulation. Sometimes it can happen more subtly in a day to day conversation.
I'm over
I
here
have a
gigging right
narcissist
now.
calling me. Hold, please.
Hey, 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 hey. Oh, my bad. Look, they smell you. Not I have a narcissist calling me. Um, so all right. Is it the what's up vibe? Is it the same in marriages? Absolutely it is. There are lots of couples that have been together for years and they either don't realize that, I mean, they'll use the marriage and that union as a
I
means
was
to
just playing.
stay.
That was my daughter.
Crazy. They'll use that union as a means to keep you locked in. So, like Jay was saying, they move quickly. They'll have you, meet the family and want to go on trips, and everything is fast paced, high speed because they're trying to get you, they're trying to hook you so that when they switch it up, you'll be locked in. So, usually, like, if you love somebody or you think you're in love with somebody, you start to excuse behaviors that
What
really
about you?
you're not about or that you wouldn't
Except to
generally.
bomb.
But with that, what I'm saying, they use that against you. They exploit that. They'll try to have kids with you so that they can keep
Hmm.
you locked in. They'll marry you to keep you locked in because you're gonna think, okay, I'm married, I gotta make this work. It Word of advice, don't ever fight. Hold on. Don't ever fight for any relationship.
Let's go.
That don't even sound right. What are you fighting? Okay, wait. Why would your creator, whoever it is that you know what I'm saying, give praise to,
Ooh,
why
can I say
would the
issues?
creator give you
Trust them.
somebody, if they were really for you,
So
why would he give you somebody that you have to fight to stay with?
run, Lady
Working,
K, run. Ain't no, it's
working.
not no reasoning with them.
Hell
Run,
no. Hell no.
run.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you work towards a relationship, that's different. But the work is within you
Right,
because
right.
each
You have to
one of you
want
guys
to.
are working on each other. I mean, if you're working on yourself and that person's working on themselves, everything else is gonna coast. You know what I mean? Because you guys are both doing that intentional work in order to be better for yourself and for each other. So never fight for a relationship. That ain't a thing.
Right. I had some more, because I was so rudely interrupted by my daughter that I love so much. Um, they will over communicate. Okay, I got that one. You feel overwhelmed, uneasy, or off balance. Sometimes it's okay rather to wonder whether you're on the same page as your partner. Come on now. Let's talk about it. We all
Right.
love at different paces and in different stages. And what feels right for someone else might not feel right for you. If you feel uneasy, off balance, or overwhelmed, and you communicate these things to your partner, but they don't reciprocate these feelings or respond in healthy ways, positive ways, these are signs trouble may be brewing. Run.
Yeah.
What he
Like
say?
fight. Uh-oh, here he goes again. He's coming for you.
But don't tell her run my leg messed up.
Damn.
They may give you okay, I said that one.
Stupid.
They want to spend time with you nonstop. Ooh. Trying to spend an unreasonable amount of time with you, regardless of your obligations or commitments to other people. This is a sign that they're anxiously trying to move as quickly as possible. Like Sunkist said, they'll introduce you to important people early on. They might introduce you to people who are important to them, such as children, family, or close friends, quickly after meeting.
Mhm.
This they may do this for a few reasons. To make you feel like the relationship is getting very serious very quickly, or whatever their strange and deranged, whatever they're trying to accomplish. they Hey, pretty size. They say they mold themselves to be who you think you want, who they think you want, which is what I said earlier. They don't know, they don't have an identity because they're whoever they have to be. Oh my god, I'm having flash PTSD. They're whoever you have. No, no, this is real.
No,
This is real. It's real
no,
on the
no.
field. So, hey D, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. So, in some cases, a love bomber might purposely try to morph you into a perfect match by agreeing with everything you say or everything you want to do. This behavior is not who they really are, or even who they seem to be when you first met. You may notice inconsistencies in what they said when you first met versus what they say and how they act now. They might say I love you first very fast. It
No.
usually takes time for people to fall in love and feel comfortable enough to say the L word. So, while it varies for each couple, the average time someone takes to confess their love is about 3 months or more. Whereas a love bomber, on the other hand, may say, I love you within days or weeks. If you feel it's too
Mm-mm.
soon and even too good to be true, it probably is.
Hi.
Love tends to take time to develop and blossom and isn't based on an other person's perception of you being perfect. And then they might guilt trip you into having for having boundaries, for having standards. A love bomber might get upset and guilt trip you if you set boundaries, such as asking them to move slower in the relationship, or if you tell them you don't feel ready to say "I love you" back yet.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead.
Okay. Um, I seen a K in the building. What's good? Let's go. Pretty size. Hi. Love you. Um, so based on like to piggyback off of what you were saying, idolizing your partner is probably not one of those things you should do. Um, they
Hmm.
definitely want you to do that because if you idolize them, then you're gonna think that they're gonna keep things
I'm
going.
sorry. I can't
Right?
stand him.
You're good.
Dubs, this is serious. Like,
Look, so is he. That's what's crazy. um,
oh my God.
yeah, so putting your partner on a pedestal or having being in I don't want to say in you're delusional, but it's an illusion that okay. So y'all remember? I don't know which one it was, but y'all remember Predator, right? When that fool when he unscrewed his mask and you saw how your boy looked underneath that joint. Y'all remember? He's in the
I didn't
jungle and
watch
he took.
movies like that.
Ah man, let me time you out, bruh. That is a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have on the mask and it'll be, you know what I'm saying? It'll be clean. But up underneath that thing, they look like the predator, yo, because they are the predator. Um, love, I think love, in my opinion, love is confused with infatuation. And so that's why some people say it so soon. Um, I mean, again, it varies with couples because
We
you
know
could
Dubs.
be you could be working with energy and y'all's energy is, in alignment. And so there's a such thing as, loving somebody right away or. However, your discernment is everything. So it's not to say if you do love somebody or somebody loves you sooner than later, it doesn't mean that they're a narc. It just means that you need to use your discernment and to have, be aware of people that have this personality disorder out here.
Mhm.
Knowing these little things will help you kind of determine, like, hold on, okay, these are all great things, but is there, something underneath that? Like, the room is clean, but is all the stuff underneath the bed? Or is it really, is it really sorted
Right.
and put where it's supposed to be in place? Um, the
That's a
one
red
thing you can
flag.
never do, one thing you can never, ever, ever do, bruh, you cannot love a narcissist into change.
Mm-mm.
Because the more you try to love them, the more they
Feed
are
into their ego.
they're going to exploit that. Actually, they want you to try to love them into change because you're going to accept things. You're going to allow, your boundaries aren't going to be solid. You're not going to stand on them. Um, so that's basically what they want. Don't Okay, I should say, make sure you have boundaries, self-worth, morals, values, all that, because if you don't, you're going to compromise those. And that's exactly what they need in their life. If they can get you to do that, it's all good. They're going to always move that goalpost. So don't, what I'm saying, don't believe that hype. Don't try to stay with these people or in connection with these people and think that they're going to change or that they're going to do better. Usually, if a person actually has the disorder, the personality disorder, the only way that they're going to change is if they're
That's big
in
three.
counseling, so that they can be brought aware to what they're doing so that they can curb it. Other than that,
Third,
no,
go ahead.
no, you good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say third. What you if how would you know if that person when that person meets you they're wearing a mask? The mask doesn't come off until they're comfortable and you're comfortable. But I do have some red flags to watch out for. People, someone saying I want to spoil you, and they send you gifts again. I got touched on that part, so I don't have to get it. I've never met someone more beautiful than you. They give overwhelming compliments even before they know enough about you to warrant such a compliment. They feel almost unauthentic and fake. I just want to be with you all the time. They demand your attention and time, ignoring your time and schedule. They may isolate you from friends and family and may become angry or make you feel guilty when you make plans with others. I just check in because I'm worried. They need constant reassurance. And hold on, I'm sorry.
She's being harassed. She's being attacked at the moment, guys.
Okay. I just checked in because I'm worried. They need constant reassurance and text, or message you 24/7 to check in. On the surface, this constant contact may seem romantic, but they actually want to know where you are and what you're doing at all times.
Mm-hmm.
We're soulmates. They may use this line to remind you how good you are together, that in some way this relationship was fated to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When we're married or when we have kids, they will pressure you into rushing things and making plans for the future when you've only known them for a short time. Um, when I'm with you, I just can't help myself. When you tell them to slow down, they clearly don't respect your boundaries. They don't care about your limits. Our love makes me do crazy things. They get set off easily and become defensive or abusive if criticized or challenged. They may become violent if they don't get their way. They may use controlling tactics like gaslighting. Ooh, that gaslighting. They
Man.
may say things like, my ex was a psycho. They refuse to blame, or take any responsibility for the failing of any of their previous relationships. They so what, or they might say, so what if I text this other girl? What about the trip I just took on you?
Ah,
They use a
oh,
tit, yeah, it's tit for tat. Tit for tat. So they'll
yeah,
try tit for tat.
for sure.
Those
Definitely.
were just some of the red flags. Let me see. I had some more red. Oop, where did that go? Hold on. Some more red flags.
Red flags, red flags. Don't turn red flags yellow or pink. They're red, yo.
Right.
So leave them
Right.
red. Leave them red. Um, Kind of just again, like I was saying before, stay in a place of high frequency or a high vibe, or you know what I'm saying, confront your own demons, heal your own wounds or heartbreaks and things like that. Because if you don't, even if you think that you are over these things, or if time has passed and you think, oh, okay, yeah, I'm over that. If you didn't do or take intentional steps to heal that heartbreak or that hurt or that trauma, then you haven't dealt with it. So, for instance, people think that time heals wounds or heals all things. Uh-uh. Time doesn't heal anything.
Mm-mm.
Actions and intentional work
Right.
heals things.
Work.
So you
Right.
could be, single, like you could go in a relationship, call yourself being single for 6 months, and think that because you were away from that person for 6 months, you've healed from what I'm saying, the things that happened within that relationship. No, you didn't. All you did was press pause. It's gonna come up again. Um,
Hey, Nicole.
you
Let me address
hey,
those right quick. That's
uh-uh.
true, Dubs, but not the first day you meet them. It basically, when I'm saying when you meet them right away, and they start telling you these things, then those are red flags. Here's some examples of questions that you can ask yourself about red flags. It's to yourself. Does this person make you feel comfortable, or are you nervous around them? Do you feel like the intensity of the relationship is too much? Does this person seem genuine in their intentions, or do they seem fake and artificial? How much do you really know about this person? Have other relationships in your life changed? Are you no longer in touch with friends and family and loved ones? Those are questions they may ask. Does this person respect your boundaries, and do you feel like you must walk on eggshells around them? All red flags.
Right,
But these are questions you think in your head. You don't say out loud like,
right. Or you can say it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I
"Hey,
like the
GD."
thing. A lot of people, they are afraid to ask or be, you know what I'm saying, authentic. Like if you want to know something from somebody that you're going to be investing your time in, ask them. What you scared of? Because you're either going to be wasting your time, or you're going to be slapped in the back of the head with whatever that is that you wanted to avoid because you want to keep the peace, or oh, I don't want to make them feel a certain way because I'm asking. Nah, make them feel that way. Let's
Make
get
them
her
feel.
done. Let's get her done. Get it done early
I
on
get
so
what you're
that
saying.
you can figure it out. um the Like you said, if they'll make you feel guilty for having boundaries or for saying no. They need yes men. They don't want to hear no. If you tell them no, they low key want to slap you in your freaking face. Okay,
They will discard you quicker than
man,
um
fast.
right, fast.
What's up,
um,
JD?
how did I get down
Um,
here?
so an example of making you feel guilty, a simple example. So if you, if say your friend says that they need a ride somewhere and you're pressed for time, or you just don't feel like going. How about that? And you say, "Oh no, I might not be able to do that for you." They'll be like, "Damn, that's how you feel." Or how about this? They need a ride to work. Grown
Right.
person, right? They need a ride to work. You got everything going, or you might be sitting there digging in your toes. Either way, you're doing you. So they need a ride to work. You tell them you can't give them a ride. Oh, that's how you feel. That's how you getting at me. So you don't care if I get to work today. Like that's messed up. That you don't. You know what I'm saying? That you're not even trying to help me. You know what I'm saying? Remember that one time at band
Right.
camp when I did this,
Guilt
this, and
trip.
this,
Come
and
on,
now you know
Bankhead.
what I'm
Why I
saying? They'll
gotta
guilt
be
trip you.
Bankhead?
Damn, I don't. That
I'm
guy is
sorry.
crazy. They'll guilt trip you into doing things for them. You know what I mean? Or they'll just keep making noise so that you be like, man, shut up, let's go. Like, I let me get my keys. I'll come and get you right now. Damn. They'll keep pressing the issue and pressing the issue so that and it they got time. It doesn't matter. Like they're energy vampires. So if you say no, they will keep coming for you until you say yes. They don't care. So that's an example of somebody that doesn't respect your no or your boundaries. They don't
And
have
again, the difference, see, Dub said all that stuff could be true, but the difference is, by definition, love bombing is when a person in the early stages of dating showers you with attention, which is what I was saying, compliments and gifts. This strategy employed by people who are narcissists to ultimately control their partner. Who don't like gifts?
I like gifts.
Genuine interest, on the other hand, is sincere. There's no ulterior motive other than to let you know they value you and want to connect further.
Right.
Let me see. Okay, so how to know if it's love or genuine, love bombing or genuine. Tip one, the frequency of communication. When a person is love bombing you, they will shower you with attention. Um, research shows. No, I didn't state the researcher. A love bomb texts at a specific significantly higher than other types of people. Within these relationships, there is an expectation of excessive communication. A person who is love bombing will frequently make no time to communicate with you, even when they are busy at work, in class, or with friends or family. This is very exciting yet ultimately unsustainable. People who are genuine in their interests will absolutely communicate with you frequently, yet there's no time for intensity. There's not the same intensity. They will be excited to communicate with you, yet still naturally have times when they are unavailable. They have the outside of the relationship, which is healthy and interdependent. um Step two, or tip two, you're getting mixed signals. A love bomber, a narcissist, is often inconsistent. It can be hard to figure out who is the real them, or you may try to analyze what they really mean or want. You may find yourself making excuses for them to others. A narcissist may tell you amazing words, but their actions don't line up. They may tell you, for instance, they've never felt this way.
Liar.
Oh, stop. They may tell you that, and but yet, but not yet ready for commitment. Um, Work just may be too busy right now to commit, for example. Yet they make sure to keep you hooked so they can continue to shower you with empty words. Genuine partners, on the other hand, are consistent. Their attention towards you is steady, and they are communicative. If they won't be, they are traveling. Also, they make it a point to reach out to you again as soon as possible. Genuine partners mean what they say and say what they mean. Their actions match their words. There's no need to guess what they mean or excuse their actions. You will never get mixed signals.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tip three, how high you feel. A love bomber will often make you feel like the most important, special, attractive person on the planet. This feels intoxicating, of course. Yet it is the initial stage of an abusive relationship to trap you into staying because your attention makes you feel because their attention makes you feel high. To highlight this, how many true crime stories have you watched where a woman was killed by her unalived by her boyfriend or husband, in which they described their relationship as being a whirlwind romance? I have an example of that where he was the perfect man. So I'm not sure if, hey Jamil, I'm not sure if y'all
So,
saw it was a Facebook live, and the lady unalived her husband. She was talking about him on the live, bad or whatever. And then they got to arguing, and she kept saying, "You DD." I know what I said. And so she was playing around with it in front of the kids. Her mother, of course, is meddling, and pulled the trigger.
mm-mm.
She did not know it was a bullet in there.
Look,
He is not with us any longer.
you hear
That's
that
an
coming? You
example.
hear that coming? Ah!
But
Let's go.
what I was getting to is right before that happened, all of their posts was like, "Oh, we love this and we love each other and but obviously there were troubles. So,
That yeah, the toxicity is what is drawing them together, or really the energy. In like attracts like.
right.
So that energy, if you're in a certain vibration, meaning if you're depressed, is a vibration. If you're angry, that's a vibration. If you're happy, that's a vibration. If you're sad or you're insecure, or what, these are all vibrations. So you net look.
You know
Look,
what?
red flag, let's
You
go.
finna get a time out. I'm sick of you.
um, all of these are vibrations. You literally, and like on God, you literally cannot come into union with a person unless your frequency matches. So if you're not sure of what your frequency is, check out your surroundings. Who are like the 5 or 10 people that you keep in your unit, in your circle? If you got haters around you, you might be a hater, sir, ma'am. If you got liars and cheats, you think you're not, you meet people at the frequency you're at. So if you're depressed, you're going to attract people in that same vibration. Period. Otherwise, I mean, if you're high vibrational and you come in contact with somebody that's low vibrational, what are you gonna do? Say, I'm cool. You ain't where it's at. If you come into union with that person, I don't mean romantically, I'm saying period. If you come into union with that person and you guys connect, there's some there's some like energy there. So a good way to gauge where you really are or who you might be, even though you're
Let's go,
suppressing
big
it,
O.
is by keeping an eye on your surroundings or the people that you're around. Because again, like attracts like. So if you're around shady people or manipulative people, you probably be getting your manipulation on. And it may not be like as intense or really bad, but there's still some tendencies there. So go ahead.
Um, they may have low most of the time they have low self esteem, so that's why they use you as a punching bag. Because it makes them feel better to feel like somebody is worse off than them, or doesn't feel,
Yeah.
and they will leave you when you're no longer useful to them. Um, in the beginning, you long to go back.
I'm gonna punch doves.
I handled that one. um, the gestures are about impressing you. So anything they do is about impressing you. It's not genuine. How can you tell if a person is gaslighting you? I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just going to go into the PowerPoints. They're lying to you, discrediting you, distracting you, minimizing your thoughts and feelings. Yeah. Oh,
What's up,
and
Villa?
let me
Let's
touch
go.
on the last one, minimizing your thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and feelings are valid.
Hmm.
Don't let nobody tell you that the way you feel is not valid, because that's how you feel.
Right.
Hey, Valley. So, yeah, I just want to say that.
Yeah. Some people will. I mean, that's part of the gaslighting. They try to make you feel like they try to second
Right,
guess you.
Rich.
If you feel a certain way, really figure out why. And is it something that's within you that you're projecting onto somebody else to blame them? Or is it that person? Like your feelings are valid and they're real. So if you're having suspicion, there's probably something suspicious. You feel me? Like whatever that is, you'll have to figure out and discern what that is, but don't water it down
Right.
because maybe I'm tripping. You're tripping if you don't investigate and see what that's about or what it means, um, or why you're having this feeling. Um, I'm pretty much ready to land, except for like what Jay was saying, the demand all your time. They will call you constantly or try to keep up with you all throughout the day via text or FaceTime, whatever it is. They will want to spend all of your spare and free time together. Like, and you might be thinking like, damn, this is cool. Like, I want to be with this person as much as possible as well. And
Hmm.
so you look at it like, oh, this is sweet and dandelions and bubblegum and you know what I'm saying? But really they're smothering you. They want to be your only focus so that, again, like Jay was saying, you isolate from others. If they can take up your time, you're not going to have time to go to the mall with your sister or to go kick it with your boys or whatever because they always want to be in your area. They'll even try to come with you when you trying to kick it with your people, or they'll be if you try to go out, they'll make you feel crazy for trying to go out. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, why you got that on, or where you think you going? That type of stuff. It's like if
Right.
they're not, if there's no time for self, meaning for both of you, that's a red flag. Like something's going on. Like why you want to be up under me all the time? You don't
They are.
have like that person should have hobbies, interests, goals, other things that they need to do aside from being in that relationship. They try to make you codependent on their energy, on their praise, on their compliments, on their gift giving. If you're codependent on that, you're gonna need it and want it or think you do. And then
Hmm.
they'll stop giving it to you. And then you'll be thirsty for it. So when they stop giving it to you, when they end up giving it to you again, you kind of like dismiss the fact that they weren't consistent. You'll just be so locked in on they're doing it again that you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, be twisted. So this is another thing that they do. They give you a little and then they pull back, and then they give you a little and pull back so that you look forward to the good times while they're giving you all bad times. But I digress.
They also like to shift blame. That's a gaslighting tactic. I'm sure I don't have to get a definition of shifting blame. It's self-explanatory. They'll deny wrongdoing. Ooh, they deny wrongdoing. Using compassionate words as weapons. Sometimes you're called out or questioned. A person gaslights you or will use kind and loving words to smooth over the situation. They may say things like, "You know how much I love you. I would never hurt you on purpose."
Liar.
They may rewrite history. A person who's gaslighting tends to retell stories in ways that are in their favor. For instance, if a partner shoved you against the wall and you are discussing it later, they may twist the story and say you stumbled and they tried to they tried to steady you, which which caused you to fall into the wall, knowing they pushed you. um you may
My
begin
bad.
to doubt that memory. You may begin to doubt that memory, encouraging confusion or second guessing on your part is their intention.
Right. Salute, Russian hitter. Appreciate you for stopping by.
Salute, Russian
Yes,
hitter.
these guys are guys and gals are they're vindictive, they're malicious, they're calculated. They are intentional. There's a method to the madness. Like
Mhm.
there's a blueprint to how this works. So it's not like, oh, they didn't know that they were doing that, or oh, let me give them the benefit of the doubt because they're having a bad day, or like Jay was saying, oh, I got cussed out today, but you know, um, they had a bad day, or what I'm saying, when they do crazy little things that's like out of pocket. Once you're in this cycle, you end up excusing behaviors that are not cool. So just stay, keep an eye out for that kind of stuff because they're hoping that you don't.
Who are you?
Wait, what?
All
Hmm.
right. Okay. So anyway, keep going. I didn't have anything to say. I was just looking at the
No,
chart.
I'm
Can both
ready
people
to
display?
learn.
Yeah, yeah. Two narcissists. Yeah, of course. Two. Yeah.
What what was the question?
Can both people display those traits? Yep, sure can.
Absolutely.
And could you
In a lot of
imagine?
whatever dubs. You stupid.
And could you imagine two people that are both insecure and trying to fight for the top spot, trying to be the one that um what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to be the ones that
Like outdo the it's a
yeah,
competition
yes,
always.
that part. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
That
welcome. I got you. Yeah, it's always a competition with them. Like you threaten their existence. So you will be punished, bruh. Period. It's not if, it's when with these guys. So you threaten everything that they're supposed to stand for. So in like I was saying earlier, they want they need attention, period. But sometimes it's positive, preferably negative. So it's like spinach to Popeye. If they can make you do something that is out of your character, if they can make Jack come out the box, if they can, what I'm saying, make you, flash, or, just do something that you wouldn't usually, they are excited. Like it's a surge, it's an ego boost because they feel like I have control over how you move. I have control over your actions. So if I want you to be happy right now, you're gonna be happy right now. If I want you to be pissed off, I'm gonna say and do this, and you're gonna be pissed off. Like for them, that is a sense of control and power. And because they have none in their own life, they do these little weird things, this crazy stuff, in order to control and manipulate others.
hmm
So
in my
yeah,
opinion, I think two narcissists should be together. I think they should leave us empaths alone because they
oh yeah,
target empaths and people that have feelings because they really don't.
right,
It's hard for them to have feelings. They don't know how to have feelings. They because they mold themselves into being so many different people. They lost their identity along the way. You
yeah.
think they
No,
love
there's
you because they just because they said it that mean it? No. Did they
mm,
show it and did they keep showing it, or did they show it and then they stopped
right.
when you got comfortable and was all like, okay, I forgive you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, two narcissists go at it. Y'all need to be go at it because leave us empaths alone.
Thanks. I mean,
Right.
you be surprised at how many couples are both narcissistic though. What's wild is that a, a couple that are both narcissistic are shocked.
Stop talking about me, Jay. I can't stand him.
Stupid. A couple that where they're both narcissistic, they get mad or they're shocked at the behavior of the other.
And that's
So
some
if
shit.
a narcissist is gaslighting a narcissist, they're like, "Oh my god, like no, you didn't." It's like, but wait, y'all move the same. Y'all rock and roll. So, huh? There's a lot of people that are both narcissistic, whether they entered the union as narcissists or if it was a narcissist empath dynamic in the beginning. Trust and believe that toxicity rubs off. I
Mhm.
don't want to say names and I'm not going to even go there with it, but there are plenty of people that may have been in this neighborhood, meaning YouTube streets, they're a cool individual or they're, calm, cool, collective, and generally nice. And then they link up with a certain person and then they start getting real, nasty, like their whole sense of self changes and the way they move and how they get at people, it changes. But then if they break that union, they come back to being calm, cool, and collective. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing like with the narcissistic abuse. I mean, there's no way that you're not going to pick up these traits or end
Yeah.
up moving like them to a certain extent. Not always, but there's gonna be. It's like, what I'm saying, it's like walking up against a chalkboard. You're gonna get chalk on you. Like there's no way around it. So it's
Mhm.
important to know, or it's important to join unions on whatever level it is in a place where you can discern. If you know yourself, you'll be able to see things and people that aren't like yourself. You know what I mean?
Don't get it twisted though. The love bombing and all that. That's not for you. That's for them.
Yeah.
You just
It's
think
yeah,
it's for you.
it's for them. It's for you, but it's for them. Everything
Right.
for them. They're not they didn't try to come into the relationship because they want to love you to death and show you all of the things, what I'm saying, all the things that you haven't had. They are coming for you because they need supply.
Hmm.
They're in that survival mode. So think about survival mode. If you're trying to survive, you're going to try to get what you need, those basic essentials. You're going to be trying to get what you need at any means necessary. You might have to lie, you might have to you might have to steal, you might have to cheat. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to make sure that your basic needs are met in survival mode. So this is how they move. They just need these things met because they're entitled.
Wait a minute, who
They
is
don't
Duh?
want to
It's
go.
me.
Huh?
Who is
What
that?
do
Dubs? I don't know. I'm sorry. I just caught a comment. I'm like, huh?
you? I see it. I
Talking
see
about
it.
Duh, it's me. I don't. Who are you?
Right. Wow. Yeah, they need their basic needs met, and instead of getting it for themselves, you're gonna get it. You feel me? So
Right.
it's kind of like where those what is it? Those homosexuals, they could get their own spot, but they're gonna love on you, sex you down, and do whatever it takes. Play mom, play dad, whatever in your life, so that they can have a roof over their head. So you might be thinking like, yeah, I'm with this person and they're great to my kids and they're helpful and all this stuff, and it don't be because it's because they get a place to stay. They have, what I'm saying, in-house doink set. I mean, it's they're all set up. So those red flag or the whole bombing phase, love bombing, That could be like somebody could love bomb you for like 2, 3 years straight, bruh.
Hmm.
It's not like
Longer
a
than
couple
that.
weeks. Yeah, they got time. They are not. I mean, they try to move fast, but they have time. Like if it takes a year or two to lock you in, they're gonna go for it. And then you think, well, we've been together this long, and he was doing this for this long, or she was doing this for this long. Ain't no way. No way.
But vibe, I get what you're saying. But a person, if people gonna do what they got to do what they got to get what they want. So again, you meeting that mask, and when they take that mask off, it might be too late. You might develop feelings at that point. So yeah, it's good to have that conversation, but that person could sit up there and agree with everything you said, and turned out to be not the person who they say they are.
Yeah, it's definitely necessary. It's needed. A lot of people skip over the conversation, or they don't want to ask the uncomfortable questions. Get uncomfortable, because what's more uncomfortable? Getting asking uncomfortable questions in the beginning and offending you win. You feel me? Or is that more uncomfortable than being with somebody 6 years down the road and figure out that they're a lame, or you know what I'm saying, that they was lying this whole time? Like either way, you're gonna be uncomfortable if it's the wrong person. But you want to get it out the way, or you want to wait and waste your time? So that, yeah, the conversations need to be had for sure. But they have the gift of gab, so it's gonna sound good. Always, always gauge a person's actions, because somebody can tell you anything.
Hmm. I really didn't have anything else to touch on. But anybody got any questions or want to add to the conversation or want to come on the panel and speak your
Yes, with
piece?
show of hands, any questions, comments, concerns?
Right.
We can drop the link, or we can link up for the next episode.
Yeah, which we're going to talk. That's when you want to do the different the different types of narcissists, right?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
touch on that. Yeah,
So
I'm mad
on
for
episode
time, but
3, we will talk about the different types of narcissists because there are several types of narcissists. They all aren't the same. Matter of fact, I'm one of them, spiritual narcissist.
right,
Will beat you upside the head with that Bible and try to
bruh.
get you try. Oh, God don't like that. Just try to get you to do things their way.
Mm-hmm.
But
They'll
we'll
they'll
talk
lock
on that
you in.
more later.
Yeah, they'll definitely lock you in on that spiritual thing, especially in the sense of like marriage. Usually in the union of marriage and say Christianity or any of these other religions, it is frowned upon to divorce. So some people stay in relationships because they want to honor that union, under God or whatnot. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But you think God gonna be is God gonna be mad that you're sticking around with the person that you're not supposed to be with? Or is
Right.
he gonna be mad that y'all ended a relationship or a union that needed to be ended?
Right. I'm touch on one more. The intellectual narcissist, where they try to rope you in with their intellect. We'll
Right.
talk on the other different types on the next time. Thank you, Thyroid.
Yeah. Yep. We will dive in to the different kinds.
Someone come beat me to Just J Vlogs.
Let's go. Let's go, big O. You crazy. But
Right.
yeah, I think we're landing the plane, y'all. Um, I enjoy, what I'm saying, throwing all of this out there. I've dealt with a narcissist and didn't realize that I was with one. Like I realized that I was with somebody that was not for me, but I didn't realize that narcissist was a thing until after I left.
Hmm.
So,
I do.
hmm?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say
Oh,
I do require. I do advise everybody to do their own research, and again, it's a self-proclaimed or known nurse. What does he call himself? What does Lee call himself?
oh, he calls himself yeah, self-proclaimed, or he's a aware
Yeah,
narcissist. Like he knows that he's one.
right. So it's this narcissist on YouTube and TikTok named Lee Hammond, and he breaks it down. He tells you how to deal with certain things like this because he's going into counseling. So it's like it's hope, it's faith. I mean, everybody ain't gonna go down, but you have to want to know. You know what I'm saying? You have
Mhm.
to, like, narcissists not gonna look up, am I a narcissist? Because they don't think they're a narcissist. You can't tell them they're a narcissist.
Right, right.
That's how you know
If
you're not a narcissist if you're looking it up. Am I a narcissist?
right. And a narcissist may tell you you're a narcissist. Like let's keep it all the way
Hmm.
above.
Hmm.
Um, some of them don't realize that this is a thing, and a lot of them know it's a thing and hope that you don't figure it out. But like she was saying, Lee Hammond, he's a self-proclaimed narcissist. He goes to counseling like several days a week. He's literally like he has narcissistic personality disorder. Like he's one of them ones. So
And
he doesn't have traits. He's one of them things. I mean, not things, my fault. He's one of them ones. So it's like he gives you both sides. So he's gonna break down his way of thinking as a narcissist and the whys he does what he does as a actual narcissist versus trying to figure out from the other side as the abused why they're doing it. He's telling you why he does what he does
that's
because he's
his
an actual narcissist.
YouTube channel. He
So,
also he
go ahead.
also from therapy. He gives you like little tips on how to deal with narcissists. He does break down what they do and why they do it and the red flags to look for. But he almost lost his wife, and that's what made him try to find out what was wrong with him. And he found out he was a narcissist, and he's been working on himself. So there is hope. But you got to know you got a problem.
Yeah, you if you have the disorder, like if you are literally like clinically diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, you're a narcissist until you leave this place. Period. You feel me? So
Right.
even though he's going to counseling in order to identify and figure out the whys of his way of thinking and the reason why he moves the way he moves so that he
Hmm.
can curve it. So it's not that he's gonna stop being a narcissist. He's a narcissist. However, because he's aware of it, when he's triggered or when he feels like he's about to do, what he does, he can stop and think and be like, okay, hold up. Let
Right.
me, what I'm saying, let me detour. I'm about to do that one thing again. Let me stop. So
Right.
check
Right.
him out if you guys are interested.
He breaks it down. I out of all of them because I've watched a few. No one does it like him. He's very relatable. He doesn't do lives, but he has like little clips. His videos aren't that long, and
Yeah, they're appetizers. They're very short in nature. Like the longest one I think I've ever seen was like 30 minutes, yo. Um, otherwise it's like 10 minutes tops, and he just goes in, um, talks about a certain topic, and then he gets up out of there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody up in here, and my homegirl, my ace boon coon, Just
my
Jay.
G,
Let's
gang
go.
gang.
Doris in the building. I appreciate you for being up here with me and sprinkling this knowledge in their ears.
No problem. And we coming back with more. I'm just gonna say this right quick. He uploaded a video an hour ago, and it's titled "Why Do Some Narcissists Hate Their Own Kids?" I will
Oh
watch
yeah,
that. That's
yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah. It is. Yeah, that's crazy. They see their kids as like everything is competition for
Mm,
them, which healthy competition is always great, but competition where they are trying to end you or compete to be better than you, that's you gotta look at that. But yeah, everything's in competition. So if they feel threatened, they're gonna try to, what I'm saying, do better and put you in the dirt. But yeah, I saw that too.
and the three different like, okay, so children get treated different in situations. You have and I touched on that on the first one. You have the golden child. You have the what's the name of the other child? It's two more. It's in the first stream though, and we'll break it down more if you want to know um more about how children are affected by narcissist parents.
Yeah, we'll definitely have an episode that talks about narcissistic um, parents and how what they look like, what the effects are, and how they, treat their children. Like she said, the golden child, which is if there's several siblings, one will be put on a pedestal, and you will always be compared. Like, how come you're not like your sister? At least your sister is so smart, or they're so this. Why can't you be more like them, or that kind of thing? Golden child, like the dynamic between the son and mother is very interesting.
Mhm.
Very. So we're gonna tap into that to bring awareness.
But that was all
But
I had for today.
yeah, I appreciate everybody
We
for stopping
we
by. I
are
hope.
big. First of all, May is Mental Health Month, so I thought it was perfect that we coming.
Yeah,
It just came to our head, but it's perfect. It's
yeah,
Mental Health Awareness Month, so
right. So we trying to bring awareness to that, mental health, and not to look at it like something's wrong. The only
right.
thing that's wrong
It's not
is not
wrong, but it's
addressing
can
it.
fixable.
Yeah,
You can put a
like
band-aid on it.
it's okay to not feel okay. You feel me? Like you're not always gonna have great days. Like,
Right.
but don't mask it or don't try to back burner it. Because then when it builds up, one day somebody, what I'm saying, it's a detriment to your health. So let's go. But
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody. We're gonna head up out of here.
It was nice talking to everybody. I appreciate you all for pulling up. Hope to see you in the next live. I don't care if it's one person in here watching. You getting this
Right.
knowledge
Let's
because I
go.
see that a lot of people are enjoying the conversations and don't even know about some of these things that we are talking about. And I did myself until last year, to be honest, for
Let's
real.
go.
So,
Yeah, this all became a thing about what, like almost two, maybe no, like 2.5 years ago now is when all of this, like, what I'm saying, blew me back. Like, wait a minute. Let me dive into this topic because it's a thing. And I realized that a lot of people don't realize because I didn't. So we will definitely be back, and we will keep gaming y'all up with this important content for sure, for sure.
mhm.
In a
God
minute,
bless.
everybody.
Thank you. Good night. Good
Good
afternoon.
day.
Good evening.
All right. Exactly. Talk to
Should we
y'all
do it like
soon.
we did the last one? Did you end it?
Right. Did you end it? I don't know. That was hilarious, bro. Like, I thought I ended that joint, and I was like, hell nah, I didn't end it.
Like,
But
she didn't end that.
this time I'm gonna end it. So, right. Talk to everybody soon. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace out.